Today is February 15th, 2018, and this is a description of the 9-inch beam that was so important to the Wheeling Custom House. So, Emory, you want to explain to us why this was so important and how it was produced, please?
Well, it's a little bit difficult. The first beam with flanges top and bottom were the great pavilion at Kew Gardens in London. It was the 18th century that allowed wrought iron beams with a T-section, which would be this, could be rolled with rolls on both sides. But the difficulty was getting a roll in here that would not lock up in the top and bottom flange. And this took probably 30 years in order to develop. And these 9-inch beams were used by Captain Bowman of the Treasury Department at the Wheeling Custom House, but it was also used in a custom house in New Orleans, post office, outside Washington, and several others. There was a very notable structure using these, which was consumed in the Chicago fire in the 1870s. The point here is it was possible to roll not only a T-section, but one with flanges top and bottom. And I did work with a colleague of mine in Baltimore, and I think we've shown that there was insufficient iron, and another layer was welded onto the top of this after this section was rolled. There was a mistake, which from a historian's point of view is a good thing. A whole shipment of these beams went to New Orleans instead of to Wheeling. And we do have a beam there with Wheeling written on it. So it was shipped, and I have sections like this that are available. This would be one of the first, if not the first, major I-beam that could be rolled in wrought iron.
Do you want to show us the end that's cut off so you can see where it was welded?
No, I don't think I can.
Well, right, no, here, just this part. What are we seeing if we look at it from this edge that looks rough?
No, that's not the point.
Okay.
The point is that you can see with great magnification that there was a layer put in here, and these little dark spots in here are bits of wrought iron that were part of this section. I don't think you can see anything of where this material was added on, but it is in the paper that Elvin and I wrote on this section.
Okay. Anything else that, and this is this part of why the floor loads could be calculated in a different way for this building, or is that something completely different?
No, the structure is relatively simple. These beams span roughly 20 feet, and they were spaced 5 feet apart. And between these beams was a very flat brick arch that rested on the interior of the bottom flange. And this was all part of the Wheeling Custom House, which Bowman expected to be fireproof. And since this had iron and brick, the floor system was thought to be fireproof as well.
Okay.